Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found me. My name's Melissa and this is episode 5 of my art journal series. In this week's theme, I am using a technique and I'm going to be using some decoupage paper. So I'm going to show you how to do that. On my desk in front of me, I have my art journal and I've been working through this and it's so fun. Here is a sheet of decoupage paper. So if you ever received these in maybe a kit or you've purchased them and they've came in some kind of bundle, well, I want to experiment with using this today. And at first I looked through my supplies and I thought, oh, I need the decoupage paste, the kind in like the red bottle or the yellow bottle, but I didn't have any. So I went looking through my supplies and I found that I have this collage medium from Ranger. So I want to experiment with using this today to cover my art journal paper. So I've cut this down to size. It is 5 1/4 by 8 is what I'm using. My journal that I'm using is from the washi tape shop, and I will leave a playlist link down below in the description box. If you're interested in seeing the supplies that I use, I'll also have links to the products in case you're interested in purchasing any of these. And I do appreciate when you use my shopping links, as I do earn a small commission at no extra charge to you. All right, so you can see here I just took a sponge and I spread some of that collage medium out onto my cardstock. And here is the decoupage paper and I'm just applying it down over top of the cardstock. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the sponge and apply another layer of the collage medium over top of that paper. So I'm having this collage medium work just like that decoupage paste would do, and I think it's going to work out just fine. I'm also taking this scrapbook.com scraper tool here and just kind of spreading it out, making sure that I don't have any bubbles below the paper. I think this is so pretty, this paper. I have one sheet of this with like the hummingbirds, and then I've got another sheet that I'm going to use in just a moment with butterflies. So I'm actually going to make a 2-page spread. But let me go ahead and adhere this. I probably should have put a little bit heavier layer on the bottom, and I didn't. So just a note there. On my second page that I do, I will apply a little bit thicker paste on the bottom. So there we go. I've got that all done. I'm going to set that aside to dry. I'm going to bring in a baby wipe, clean up my work surface here, and start on the next one. So you can see on this one, I am applying a little bit more generously this collage medium onto the background paper. And now let me go ahead and apply my decoupage paper, and we'll get this stuck down. And then I will go ahead and place another layer over top, and then I will use the spreader and spread that out. So with my art journal series, I've been experimenting with different textures in my journal, like no pressure, no rules, just playing. And I've been reminding myself that I need this creative time. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this series. And this is something I've never used before. I've never used decoupage paper. And it's one of those things that, it kind of sits in my collection and I don't use it. And why not? It's so pretty. So if I can find a link to this, I will link it down below. All right, so I'm going to set this one aside and I'm going to try to clean this up just a little bit. I have some other supplies that I'm going to bring in and also some photos that I want to document. So just this last weekend, my daughter went to her junior winter formal and oh my gosh, she looked stunning. I have a lot of photos that I'm going to scrapbook, but I want to scrapbook a couple of these in my art journal. Just mainly, this was something important that happened this week, so I think it's fun to tell that story. All right, I set those aside to dry, and now I am using this sketch here from A Cherry on Top. Just like in my other videos, I've been using their weekly sketch, and their theme this month was stripes, or this week was stripes. So I've pulled out a few papers already. I am using the absolutely gorgeous 49 and Market Echoes is it Echoes in Time or Echoes of Time? I think it's Echoes in Time. And it's got that real pretty vintage, like a steampunk look to it, but not. It's kind of like a mix between like elegant and steampunk because it's got like gears and watches and it's got butterflies and florals and it's just so pretty. So my daughter's dress was actually just this really pretty baby pink. I did print these in black and white just to go along with this collection. I got this new paper trimmer and I love it. It's from Spellbinders. It cuts like butter, but I'm having a little trouble like figuring out where my paper actually is when I place it along the blade. So I'm still working on that. So I just decided to take my scissors and trim this down. I'm going to distress the edges anyway, like I am here with my edge distressing tool. So it's okay that I didn't get it exactly perfect with my trimmer. So I need to work with that a little bit more before I master that. I like the trimmer because it's got the cut blade on one and then the scoring tool on the other. And my old trimmer, I feel like the rails were kind of like curved. So I do like this new one. I just need to practice more. All right, 49 in Market came out with some brand new inks this last week. And I told myself that in order for me to purchase the new set, that I needed to use the old set. So I am bringing in those 49 in Market inks here. I've got the purple, and I can't remember the color here, but it's a gorgeous purple, and this was in their first collection. And I am just inking the edges just to give a little halo of purple. Now, all of the 49 in Market inks are meant to coordinate with the 49 in Market collections. So, you know, I feel like you can't buy just one of the inks. You've got to get the whole collection. So this purple, I think, was meant to go with this collection. And it's just a hint that I'm putting on, but you can see it. And I love the way that that just brightens up this decoupage paper. It just gives that little halo of purple or lilac around the edges. And now I have permission to buy the rest of the set because I just used my inks. All right, I did tear a piece of the pattern paper from the Echoes of Time, and at first I thought I was going to do straight along the edge, but then I looked back at the sketch, and the sketch has kind of like, maybe it was a die or something, but I just decided to use a torn piece of paper. Didn't measure or anything. I just put that down. Now I did print my photos 2x3 because they had 3 2x2s, so that's 2x6. So when I printed 2 photos at 2x3, that gave the same dimensions in length as for the photos. So that was the way I adapted that. And then here is just a glimpse of that 49 in Market Echoes of Time. And since the theme this week on the Cherry on Top blog said that it was stripes, I'm going to add some of the striped paper. And this is from the same paper collection. So that works out great. I don't want to cover up that beautiful hummingbird at the top. So I decided to just put the paper at the bottom. So pretty. And now instead, it looked like they had like a piece of paper or something, journaling card maybe, and then let's see, a journaling card, and then maybe like some flowers. You know, I'm just realizing I see that paper, that pattern paper up there on the right of my screen. I cut that to go inside my frame and I forgot to put that on there. Okay, so I meant to put that back my frame with that paper so that you didn't see the stripes behind there, but the show must go on. I didn't do that, and I'm just now realizing it. That's funny while I'm doing the voiceover. Okay, so I use some of the little laser cuts. I've got that little, like, I don't know what you call that, a little pipe thing with a clock on it. I like that. It reminds me of at my gym. It's like a really old building and they have something that looks like that. It doesn't have a clock on it. It's more of like a gear thing. Okay, so here's some more of these florals, and what I'm thinking is I want to do some vines up the side, maybe just to kind of go along that paper. I really like this one, and I was thinking about maybe putting it on the right, but I really wanted it on the left, but the vines just, they were covering up the photo too much. But you know what? Here's another vine, and this one's more straight, more vertical. Ooh, so this will work perfect. So I'm going to lay that down and just kind of dry fit that. And then let's see what else I can find here. So I've got my florals. I could have maybe popped those up on foam tape to give a little dimension, but I don't know if I want foam tape on every page in my art journal. I love these florals, and I thought about putting them on the page, but I don't want to cover up the butterflies. Like, I really like that decoupage paper with the butterflies. So I'm going to pull out a couple of these butterflies from the little laser cuts, and I'm trying to decide where I want them. No, I think maybe one in the bottom right and then one in the upper left of the photos, just to kind of frame that in. And then to tie it all together, I need a butterfly over on the right-hand side. And maybe a floral up here. No, I don't want to cover up the bird, so I think I'm going to take that floral away. All right, so I'm going to glue these down. Again, I'm just gluing them flat to the page. And I'm using liquid tacky glue. So I get this bottle on Amazon, and then I just fill it with tacky glue. I picked the tacky glue up at Walmart. They also sell it on Amazon. But every time I'm in the store, I feel like I get another bottle. You know, weekly I replace my glue. All right, so there's the butterfly over on the right-hand page. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? This collection is so pretty. I've got more of the bits and pieces, like the chipboard, and what I'm looking for is a title. And I thought I remember seeing one in here that said, like, remember this. And there is one in here. It says, remember the little things. And I think I want to put that on there. So I'm looking through here. Here it is. Now I just need to figure out where I want it. So I kind of wanted it on the left page with the photos, but it just really stands out. I feel like there's not a good spot for it. So I'm going to try it over on the right-hand page. And yeah, I like that. I still can't believe I forgot to put the back my frame. Oh, well, new design. If I was to do this layout again, I would definitely put some paper and back that frame so that my torn paper doesn't show through the frame, but that's okay. All right, and then I thought about maybe adding another vine. I just love these vines, and I like it over here, and I think it looks pretty, but then I think it's getting too busy, and I just want it simple and pretty and elegant, because that's what I feel like the photos are, just simple, pretty, and elegant. Like I said, I have a ton of photos from, this was her junior winter formal, and I have a ton of photos that I plan to scrapbook, so you'll definitely be seeing more of these photos throughout the month of February. Here's my book. I'm flipping through here. I can't even put into words how excited I am to be making this art journal. This is the most fun I've had in a really long time. I love scrapbooking. I love card making, but this art journal is just, it's just amazing. So I'm just going to glue these pages in, and then that's going to wrap up today's video. So if you've enjoyed this process video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. I will leave a link down below to the Cherry on Top sketch challenge, where you can also create the same page and enter to win cherry points. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.